Evolution refers to the process by which species of organisms change and diversify over time, leading to the development of new species from ancestral forms. The theory of evolution, first proposed by Charles Darwin, relies upon the mechanism of natural selection as the driving force behind this process. Natural selection is a process in which individuals with traits that provide them with an advantage in their environment are more likely to survive and pass those traits on to their offspring. Those who have advantageous traits that better suit them for survival and reproduction are more likely to survive and reproduce, while those who do not have these advantageous traits are less likely to do so. Over time, these small, incremental changes in the characteristics and behaviors of a species can lead to significant differences and even speciation, as organisms adapt to their changing environments and the selective pressures they face. Examples of natural selection in action are apparent in numerous populations, including insects, plants, and animals. By studying these examples, scientists can better understand the complexities of evolution and the role of natural selection in the process. Evolution involves the gradual change and diversification of species over time, leading to the development of new species from ancestral forms. Natural selection is the mechanism behind this process, driving the changes by favoring individuals with advantageous traits that better suit them for survival and reproduction. Over time, these advantages become more pronounced in the population, resulting in new and distinct species. Examples of natural selection in action can be seen in various populations, and studying these examples helps scientists better understand the intricacies of evolution. Evolution is a scientific theory that has been extensively studied and supported through evidence from various fields, including genetics, paleontology, and comparative anatomy. The theory of evolution has important implications for understanding the diversity of life on Earth and how species are related to one another. One of the key concepts of evolution is common descent, which suggests that all living organisms share a common ancestor. This is supported by evidence from the study of DNA and genetic sequences, which shows that all life shares a common genetic code. The principle of speciation also plays a vital role in the evolutionary process, as it explains how new species are formed when populations become isolated and diverge over time. Evolution has been a subject of intense debate and controversy, especially in religious contexts. However, the overwhelming majority of scientists accept the theory of evolution and view it as a fundamental aspect of biological science. Today, evolution is widely taught in schools and universities as a cornerstone of modern biology. The process of evolution involves various mechanisms that lead to the gradual and adaptive changes in a species over time. Some of these mechanisms include natural selection, genetic drift, migration, and mutation. Natural selection is considered to be the central mechanism of evolution, in which individuals with certain traits are more likely to survive and reproduce than those with other traits. This leads to the frequency of favorable traits increasing in a population over time. Genetic drift, on the other hand, involves random fluctuations in the frequency of traits due to chance events. Migration, also known as gene flow, occurs when individuals move from one population to another, bringing their genes with them. This can introduce new traits into a population and increase genetic diversity. Mutations, which are changes in the genetic code of an organism, can also introduce new traits into a population. Evolution occurs at different scales, from small changes within populations to the origin of new species over time. The study of evolutionary patterns and processes has important implications for fields such as medicine, conservation, and agriculture. In medicine, understanding the evolutionary relationships between pathogens and hosts can help with the development of treatments and vaccines. In conservation, understanding the evolutionary history of species can help with conservation efforts and the preservation of biodiversity. In agriculture, understanding the evolutionary relationships between crops and pests can help with the development of sustainable pest management strategies. In summary, evolution is a fundamental aspect of biological science that explains the diversity of life on Earth and how it has changed over time. It is supported by extensive evidence from various fields and has important implications for a range of practical applications.